do you not feel good when the power rankings drop comes in every week? So the Canadian Football League is getting ready for week 6 already, flying by this CFL season, and quite a few interesting storylines kind of developing. So let's run through our CFL power rankings here for the week. Coming in at number 9, it is the Ottawa Red Blacks. It's a concerning loss against Edmonton. Brown getting back is very important for this team at quarterback, but I think we are seeing the problems are a little bit bigger than just, our quarterback is hurt. Defensively, there are problems on this team, and they aren't getting better as the season goes on. So I have worries about Ottawa. The Edmonton Elks finally getting into the win column. They still have a long way to go, but they are a team where at least things are kind of moving in the right direction. So you feel pretty good about that. Like, are they challenging anyone above them in the West right now? I don't think so. If you were to tell us at the beginning of the season where this team is at now and where it looks like they're going to go, would it be considered quite the disappointment? It certainly would be. But I think now, for how the season has started, what they have clearly shown they need to progress at, things are at least moving in the right direction. The Toronto Argonauts come in at number 7. That sucked against Hamilton. That was really, really bad. And again, it's like Ottawa, where, Chad Kelly coming back might solve some things. But he's not going out there playing defensive back. At least he shouldn't. That would be irresponsible to put your quarterback who's coming off of a broken leg in a defensive back. Like, this team can't stop a thing. And everyone is exposing them right now. So I think that there are some real concerns about this Toronto team. And they were concerns we talked about at the beginning of the season. We are getting to the point where mathematically we have almost won our first bet from the futures market of the year with Toronto under 11.5. Like, we are coming up on almost clinching that one already, which would be close to a record, I think. And one that I would be very, very happy about. In the Twitch chat, talking about the drop there for the CFL power rankings. Dr. Z power rankings got nothing on Dr. P power rankings. Goddamn right, John. I kind of just want the do throughout the entire show. Let's just have this whole sports podcast played with a dance beat underneath it. I might do that. I'm going to Subtronics tonight, so I'm a raver now. So it would fit the personality that I very clearly have. Coming in at number 6, it is the Hamilton Tiger Cats. They finally look like things are coming together, at least on the offensive side. I will still have concerns about them defensively for a while, but offensively, this is starting to look like the unit that had me put a preseason future bet on Bo Levi Mitchell as the MLP and over 4,500 passing yards. Like, this is getting back to what you wanted them to be. And that feels very, very good from a Hamilton perspective. At 5, it is the BC Lions. Very important win against Montreal to keep pace in the West. And the good thing is Rourke is really finding his game now after an injury. 21 points doesn't look like it. That's a really good Montreal defense that he put up 21 points against. And so I think that there should be some confidence that things are turning around in BC. Before we get to our top 4, I want to remind you guys that everything is always changing at Couch Potato Diary. So follow me on social media. I am at Primetime Klein on X, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Threads, all of it, to keep up to date with everything happening here with the podcast. Our top 4, you have the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who absolutely got beat down in the Stampede Bowl out at McMahon Stadium in Calgary. They still have a very good team, but that was a rough one, and that one was so one-sided that I could not justify putting them ahead of the Calgary Stampeders, who move up and get into that number 3 spot. It is time to start taking this team seriously. They pick up an impressive win against a pretty good Winnipeg team that you can feel very comfortable with that as kind of your solidifying, this team is for real type of a move. So kudos to Calgary for really putting something together very, very quickly and quieting a lot of the concerns that people had about this team. At 2, for the first time this season, it's the Montreal Alouettes. When healthy, they're the best team in the league. I do not question that. But these are 2 tough losses in a row against a BC team that was struggling to find themselves, like a summer blockbuster movie. But also a Hamilton team that, again, was kind of struggling, and you let both teams off the hook. It is more concerning than I thought, the backup quarterback situation in Montreal. And so, again, I am not saying that, oh man, start looking at Hamilton futures to win the East. But what I am saying is that this may not be as rocking chair for Montreal the rest of the way as I may have thought. So, if they're number 2, we have a new number 1. There are only 9 teams in the league. You can probably figure out who we're going to be talking about by now. It's the Saskatchewan Riders. They move into that number 1 spot coming off of the bye week. It is a huge early season matchup now with Calgary. A very interesting measuring stick game, as it is. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it will be the biggest test of the season so far for Saskatchewan, and probably likewise for Calgary to really see where these teams are at. So very, very fascinated to see how that game plays out coming up here this weekend. That is a Friday night game out in the prairies. Hey, if you're enjoying this stream and want to support Couch Potato Diary, just putting your eyes and ears to it is all the support I could have dreamed of. Thank you guys so much. It is wild to see some of the growth we're having on YouTube right now. It is funny how, like, the podcast side will rocket up for a little bit, and then YouTube will rocket forward, and the podcast, and right now we're in the shooting forward of YouTube. So anyone who has watched or followed or anything on there means the world. Thank you so much. Twitch, we have Deeds, not in the chat today, or at least not active. I just haven't said anything that has sparked his interest yet, but celebrating Sweet 16 as a subscriber, but over 100 followers. All of that is so important to me and means a lot. But if you do want to keep supporting Couch Potato Diary, feel free to use the tip jar that we have. There is a link in the description on YouTube, and there is a panel on Twitch and Kick. If you have a couple bucks, it goes a long way, and it helps out with the treats for the dogs and the cat. Dog and cats that we have here. But yeah, not required, but would be appreciated.